The Battle of Waterloo, fought on June 18, 1815, was one of the most significant battles in European history, and bringing an end to the Napoleonic Wars. The sounds of war echoed across the fields, a cacophony of cannon fire and clashing swords. Hougoumont, one of the key strongpoints, was fiercely contested throughout the day. Blücher's Prussians arrived, tipping the scales and sealing the fate of the battle. Napoleon's final gambit failed, as the Prussian counterattack shattered the French lines. The Battle of Waterloo was over, its legacy forever etched in the annals of history. The Napoleonic Wars, spanning from 1803 to 1815, were a series of conflicts where Napoleon Bonaparte dominated much of Europe, defeating coalition after coalition of European powers. However, his ambitious invasion of Russia in 1812 ended in disaster, and by 1814, after significant defeats in Germany and France, Napoleon was forced to abdicate. He was exiled to the island of Elba in the Mediterranean, where he watched the tides of history from afar. Yet, in March 1815, Napoleon escaped from Elba and returned to France, igniting the 100 Days where he reclaimed power. Alarmed, the European powers, led by Britain, Prussia, Austria, and Russia, swiftly formed the Seventh Coalition to oppose him once more. Napoleon aimed to defeat the coalition forces in detail before they could unite. His strategy focused on separating and defeating the Anglo-Allied army, led by the Duke of Wellington, and the Prussian army, commanded by Field Marshal Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher.
Hold the line, men. We retreat, but we shall return stronger.
June 16, 1815, Napoleon won a preliminary victory at Ligny, defeating Blücher's Prussian army. However, the Prussians retreated in good order and maintained their fighting strength.
Push forward. We must break their line.
Hold your ground, men. Reinforcements are on their way.
Simultaneously, Napoleon's subordinate, Marshal Ney, fought Wellington at Quatre Bras, but the British and Allied forces held their ground, delaying Napoleon's advance. The battlefield at Waterloo was strategically chosen by Wellington. It featured natural ridges, providing defensive positions. Hougoumont Farm, La Haye-Sainte, and Papelotte served as key strongpoints anchoring Wellington's lines. Open fields would expose attackers to artillery and musket fire. Napoleon planned a decisive frontal assault, intending to crush Wellington before Blücher's Prussians could arrive.
We must strike with precision and strength. Wellington's lines will falter under our might.
Our position is strong. Hold the line, and we shall prevail.
The Prussian arrival at 4 in the afternoon marked a critical juncture in the Battle of Waterloo. Blücher's Prussians began arriving on Napoleon's right flank, threatening his already stretched forces.
Send the young guard to hold them off. We cannot let them disrupt our main attack.
Napoleon's decision to divert forces weakened his main attack on Wellington, setting the stage for Ney's bold cavalry charges.
Charge. Break their lines. For France.
Despite the heroism of the French cavalry, the British squares held firm, turning Ney's charges into a futile endeavor. At 6 in the evening, French forces captured La Haye-Sainte, breaching Wellington's center.
The Imperial Guard must exploit this breach. Victory is within our grasp.
In a final desperate assault, the Imperial Guard advanced, only to be met by disciplined musket fire from Allied troops. The Guard faltered and retreated, marking the turning point of the battle.
Forward. Push them back. This is our moment.
Blücher's Prussian forces launched a full-scale assault, collapsing French resistance.
Advance, drive them from the field.
Wellington ordered a general advance, driving the French from the field and sealing the fate of the battle. Napoleon launched an attack on Hougoumont, a fortified farmhouse on Wellington's right flank. The fighting was intense.
Hold the line, lads. We must not let them through.
Forward. Take the farmhouse.
But the British and their allies held the position throughout the day. Napoleon ordered a massive assault on Wellington's center, led by Marshal Ney.
For France. Attack with all your might.
French infantry advanced, but faced withering fire from Allied artillery and infantry. The attack stalled. Blücher's Prussians began arriving on Napoleon's right flank.
Send forces to delay the Prussians. We must hold our ground.
Ney launched repeated cavalry charges, hoping to break their lines.
Steady, men. Hold fast.
French forces captured the farmhouse of La Haye-Sainte, creating a breach in Wellington's center.
The Imperial Guard must exploit this breach. Victory is within our grasp.
In a final desperate assault, the Imperial Guard advanced, only to be met by disciplined musket fire from Allied troops. The Guard faltered and retreated, marking the turning point of the battle.